11. Yes. Let me use this opportunity to say a special morning, of course, to the distinguished guests who are here today, the educators from the different schools around QEC 11, of course, to my esteemed colleagues, parents, students, and to the valued stakeholders who are gathered here this morning. I want to also especially welcome those persons who are joining us courtesy of the Virtual Edge Jamaica YouTube page. We are so happy to have you on live stream this morning, and we do hope that you will enjoy this morning's proceedings. It is my honor and privilege to welcome each and every one of you to this important consultation function that we are having this morning. And so we gather not only as representatives of our different institutions in QEC 11, but today we partner together, united in a common purpose, and that is to shape a brighter future, a more equitable and a more sustainable future through the power of collaboration in education. And so the theme that we'll be using to drive this morning's proceedings could not have been a better one, and it says, building a better future through collaboration. Building a better future through collaboration. And I'm certain that you will agree with me that in this very fast changing world that we are living in, and with all of the challenges faced in education, we just cannot solve them in isolation. We can't do it by our own lonesome selves. And so this morning, it is through functions like these and partnerships and communication that we are going to be forging together and to ensure that Jamaica achieves quality education for our students. My name is Anita McNeil, and it gives me great pleasure to be your Master of Ceremony today. I am a teacher now for 19 unbroken years, a very proud one. And it's always good when you come into a space to know if you have some form of backative, just in case. So I'm a teacher. Any teacher in the building? No, man, I'm not hearing you. Any teacher here? Awesome, great. And I'm also from the beautiful parish of Portland. Any Portlanders in the building? One little wave, yes. And I'm also a proud past student of the Titchfield High School. Yes, me and you, yeah man. So I have some support. And I'm also a teacher at the Mona Heights Primary School. Do I have support? No, I feel more comfortable. I know somebody here definitely has my back, and so we can proceed. I'm certain you will agree with me that in all things, God must be at the forefront and center of it all. Except, of course, all of this that we are doing today, if God is not at the center of it, then it will not make any sense. It will be all for naught. And so at this time, I'll invite Reverend Canon Michael Allen from the Church of Ascension Mona to lead us in prayer.
Let us pray. Lord, your word is a lamp unto our feet and a light unto our path. As we listen throughout this time together as the Quality Education Circle 11, Lord God, for your still small voice speaking to us through one another, we ask that you will bless the cause for which we have gathered, namely to pursue in dialogue and conversation with you and one another the cause of education, the upward mobility of our children, the strengthening of the joy and satisfaction of all members of all categories of staff, especially our teachers, the improvement of good governance by our boards and the Ministry of Education, Skills, Youth and Information, and the encouragement of our parents and past students. We pray that your Holy Spirit will be evident in this place, providing an atmosphere of cordiality, clarity, conviction, and compassion, so that we may share with one another our experience, perspective, and desire to fulfill the mandate that every child can learn and every child must learn. In this meeting, enable us, we pray, to let our motives and agendas be such that it will allow us to celebrate with humility the successes of the education sector, and in like manner accept with graciousness the criticisms of policy, program, and performance of our efforts. Help us to hold ever before us that our deliberations are always as much about the future as they're about the present, as we bear in mind what may lead to a brighter and a better tomorrow through the words of wisdom our guest speaker provides. And finally, Lord, we pray that the joy of service and ministry will be evident in our speech, attitude, camaraderie, as we constantly learn to imitate Jesus, our Savior, in humility and service. And so we close with these words being written on our hearts. Teach us, good Lord, to serve you as you deserve, to give and not to count the cost, to fight and not to heed the wounds, to toil and not to seek for rest, to labor and not to ask for any reward, save that of knowing that we are doing your will. We pray this through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
Thank you very much, Canon Allen. And so at this time, it gives me great pleasure to welcome to the podium the chairman of QEC 11 and the principal of Mona Heights Primary School, Mr. Alex Hepburn, and he's coming to give us welcome and also the introduction.
Good morning, everyone. No, Good morning, everyone. Listen, this morning is a celebration. It's a special morning, and we are privileged to be here as a part of the best QEC in Jamaica. Now, when we speak, we must get an understanding of the fact that we are among the best schools in the country. And as such, I expect to get the kind of reception that would tell me that I am with brilliant people. So, welcome everyone to QEC 11. It's a QEC of champions, and there I have stolen that from Region 1, because we are a part of the best region in the country. So, welcome to our minister, our very own MP, the Honorable Favor Williams. Now, it is both a privilege and a pleasure to welcome you all to this, our first town hall meeting in over 10 years. Now, this town hall meeting will be held under the theme, building a better future through collaboration. Now, this gathering represents an important step in moving forward. Now, colleagues, you must understand that as schools, it is important for us to come together. It is only in coming together that we can grow together. So we are happy to see our principals here, and at this point, I am going to pause and ask for the principals of QEC 11 to stand. Don't let me call the names. So these are the principals of QEC 11. We have 15 schools in QEC 11, and they are among the brightest and the best in the country. You may be seated. Now, a special welcome to our guest speaker, Reverend Dr. Paul Smith, who is not here as yet, but he is on his way. So I hope that he will get here pretty soon. Now we have our own regional director, Mr. Otis Brown, and he is a man of great caliber, a very good leader, and he has led us very well since he has taken the helm at Region 1. Thank you very much, sir, for coming to be here with us. We have our senior officer in the ministry, and we have other friends from the ministry who are here with us to support us. The principals, board chairmen, teachers, students, please make yourselves welcome. We have also some other stakeholders. So we have persons from the book industry. So we have Book Zone, we have VTDI, we have a number of other stakeholders who are here to celebrate with us this morning. And we're happy that you're here. This is the place to be. Now, at QEC 11, we firmly believe that the challenge we face in education requires not only strong leadership, but also unity of purpose. Today is an opportunity to listen, to learn, to build stronger networks. And I'm going to say networks, we're going to build networks. So if you didn't know a particular principal, get to know that person. We're going to be networking today, and we are going to be fostering real change in our education system, in our schools. We are going to be seeing some very fruitful relationships coming out of this exercise. So at this time, I want to say thank you for coming out, but I am going to take this opportunity too to say to our convener, Mrs. Haley Salabi Knight, she is the reason for us being here this morning, and I want for us to put our hands together for our convener. You, madam, you are a silent storm. And she might look very quiet, but she gets the work done. And we're happy to have you here in QEC 11. Thank you all for coming out.
And thank you, Mr. Hepburn, and thanks for reiterating the fact that QEC 11 is a QEC of champions, right? And so throughout the function, we want to be reminded of that QEC 11 is indeed the QEC of champions. And so when I say one QEC 11, your response is going to be never two. One QEC 11. One QEC 11. And so remember that every time I say that chant, that is going to be your response. And I'm indeed happy to be a part of the QEC of champions. And so just in case you are in the room or you are online and you're wondering, what is this QEC that persons have been referring to all morning long. Coming to us at this time is Education Officer and QEC 11 Convener, Mrs. Haley Salabi Knight, and she will be coming to tell us a little bit more about QEC Circle. Yes, the Quality Education Circle 11. Let us put our hands together for Mrs. Knight as she comes.
Moderator Ms. Anita McNeil, Honorable Favour Williams, Minister of Finance and the Public Service and a Member of Parliament, for which all schools in QEC 11 are located. Mr. Otis Brown, Regional Director, Region 1, Ministry of Education, Skills, Youth and Information. Senior Education Officer, Mrs. Walsh Davis. Other education officers and representatives from the ministry. Chairman of the schools. Principals or esteemed principals from QEC 11. Teachers. Students, specially invited guests. Pleasant morning. No, sir, that doesn't sound right. Pleasant morning. That is sounding a little bit better. My task this morning is to take you through briefly what the QEC is about and what the schools in QEC 11 are doing. And I will take from Miss Anita and Mr. Hepburn, all the schools in QEC 11 are champions. Now the QEC Quality Education Circle, its inception was conceptualized by the Jamaica Teaching Council in collaboration with the Ministry of Education in 2009. It is a circle of learning professionals, individuals in a particular constituency or geographic location, and within QEC 11, the constituency of St. Andrew Eastern, with the Member of Parliament, Honorable Favour Williams. The schools in QEC 11, Quality Education Circle 11, consists of 3 independent schools, 5 public primary schools, 3 public high schools, 3 public infant departments, and QEC 11 is so special. We are very special, this QEC of Champions. We have all the special education schools located in Quality Education Circle 11. Now the QEC boasts a total of 8,186 students. And I'll give you a breakdown. 5,064 boys, 3,122 girls. And in our high school, we have 1 all-male high school. And so the students in the high schools, 2,831 boys, 1,107 girls. And the primary school enrolled 1,695 boys, 1,693 girls. In our special schools, 460 boys, 267 girls. The infant departments, we have 78 boys and 55 girls. Now within our QEC, 7 schools are inspected by the National Education Inspectorate. And those 7 schools, we only have 2 schools, that's 29%, that is rated unsatisfactory. We have 14% rated good, another 14% emerging good, and 43% satisfactory. Now, I think all our schools deserve a round of applause. Now, the schools that are rated unsatisfactory in their last inspection, if the inspections are done now, they will be rated satisfactory or above. And the other schools will, no doubt, the rating will improve. Now, in all institutions, there are factors that will affect students from attending time to time, and this is general within our QEC as well. And so students may be in school, may not be in school on time, and that is because of transportation. Sometimes there are violence in the community which prevents the students from coming out. There are economic challenges, and sometimes the students are just not feeling well. Now, behavioral problems are unique to various institutions, and I must boast that QEC 11 schools do not have chronic behavioral challenges. There are occasional fighting. Sometimes there is bullying. We have those students who will get out of the norm and be disrespectful to authority, uniform breaches now and again, and they will be disrespectful to their peers sometimes. Every institution will have students that will need improvement. And QEC, the schools in QEC 11 is no different. There are students, different cohorts that will need improvement. And so most of our school, and I would probably correct myself and say all of our schools, have learning intervention programs. Now in the high schools, there are behavior-based programs as well as the APS program, the behavior-based programs, SWPBIS, school-wide positive behavior intervention system that helps students to conform, supports behavior, positive behavior. And so at the primary level, the most common intervention programs at the primary level, strategic reading support program. Our schools have their school-wide literacy and numeracy interventions. There is the National School Learning Intervention Program, and that program assists the 2 schools who were deemed unsatisfactory in the last inspection rating. Internally, schools will continue to put in their homework program, their summer school programs, and recently the just concluded summer camps at the high school level. Now, like I said before, QEC 11, the schools in QEC 11 are champions. They boast many awards and they're winners in different areas. And so it's no doubt that our teachers in the schools have received JTC Excellent Teacher Awards, Ministry of Education Excellence in Teaching Award, Carlong Excellent Teachers Award, the JTC Master Teacher Award, and recently, as recent as last year, our students have been receiving scholarship. And I must point out that the George William Gordon Scholarship last year was received by a student from Mona Heights Primary. The competitive spirit continues. The resilience that our children in QEC 11 display, they have been winners in track and field, athletics, football, and we can make mention of the pen relays, the local champs which just concluded, gymnastics, JCDC competitions, robotics, and this is local and internationally. And I must point out that the students, the team from Jamaica College that went internationally with the robotics championship and emerged winners. And I tell you, that team had a task because when they got to the US, they complete the robots that they made were dismantled, and the boys had to reassemble that device overnight for the competition that morning. And that tells us that our students in QEC 11 are resilient, and no doubt they are champions. Round of applause. And the winning continues, because last year, Mona Heights Primary came out the winners of the TVJ Junior School Challenge Quiz. And I can't continue without recognizing Mona High School for the winners of the Walker Cup competition, football competition. So you see why our schools in QEC 11, they are champions. They are champions. The competition, the winning continues in swimming, debating competitions. Now, our schools in QEC 11 have partnerships, different initiatives, and so Digicel has partnered with the schools in our QEC, and you know, we are trending, the schools are trending. And the Pillar 7, which speaks partly to technology, and with Digicel partnering with our schools, providing smart rooms to Mountain View Primary and Mona Heights Primary, provides that platform, that avenue to have our students be technologically advanced. And with the development of AI, there is no doubt that our students are exposed to the current devices and technologies for their development. The partnership continues with the University of the West Indies within our schools, where they provide capacity development sessions with teachers. Papine High School went all out last term, where training sessions was opened to the entire schools in QEC 11. The University of Technology is on board with schools in QEC 11, where robotics training is being provided to students to develop robots. NCB Foundation is also part of our partnership initiatives in QEC 11. QEC 11 not only boasts academic achievement, but extracurricular activities also takes place in our schools. And so some of our clubs and societies that exist, Builders Club, academic clubs, environmental clubs, the performing arts, sports, football, table, swimming, gymnastics, netball, chess, and the uniform groups. So the schools in QEC provide that holistic development to all the students that enter through the gates of our schools in QEC 11. Parental involvement is across the board, but we want to see more parents involved in their child's education at school. Robust Past Student Association that contributes continuously to our schools in QEC 11. But like any other QEC, any other body, there are times when there are challenges that we face. And so in QEC 11, it is no different. Our schools sometimes have to undergo poor internet connectivity. We face the challenge of adaptation and the use of best practices not being utilized as much as it should. There's a high percentage of our students in the general population with learning disabilities. Parents are not able to access assessment for these children, and so they are at a disadvantage. And our schools also still have a challenge where there is a lack of resources in the teaching learning process. Where do we go from here? In order to strengthen the QEC, in order to make our teachers, our administrators efficient, becoming more than an expert in their field, as a QEC, we will encourage to continue building leadership capacity, enhance collaboration, participation, sharing among principals, continuous training for our middle managers in schools, introduce more competitive activities among the schools in QEC, continuous teacher training and workshops, because education is dynamic, and so our teachers must be au fait with the new developments happening in the education industry. Continuous sharing of best practices, and not only sharing the best practice, but actually practice them. Implementing mentorship programs, peer sharing across the QEC, and not just principals, but all educators. Team building activities. And I can't go without emphasizing that our educators need training in special education so that they will be better able to treat with the special students that they have in the general population. QEC 11, schools of champions, principals who are champions, teachers who are champions. One QEC 11, never, never. I thank you.
Let us put our hands together one more time. Lots of things happening in QEC 11. All right, so at this time, it is my distinct honor to welcome outstanding leaders and members of public service to today's proceedings, which really underscores the importance of this initiative. And so, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, help me welcome to the podium to bring greetings at this time the Honorable Favour Williams, Member of Parliament, St. Andrew Eastern. Let us put our hands together for Minister Williams as she comes. Immediately following her, I'll invite Mr. Otis Brown, Director of Regional Education Services, representing the Ministry of Education, to bring greetings. Minister.
Thank you so much, Madam Moderator. Good morning, everyone. Boys and girls, good morning. Do we have parents here this morning? Do we have teachers here this morning? Yes. You look good from where I'm standing. So it's an honor to be here this morning, to be here with you today, not just as your member of parliament, if you live in this constituency, but as someone who has had the privilege of serving as one of Jamaica's Minister of Education. I've seen firsthand the demands placed on school leaders, and so I carry with me a deep appreciation for the vital role that all of you play. So let me pause to acknowledge. I believe we have in our midst the Honorable Ian Forbes, Custos Rotolorium. No, sorry, but I'll still acknowledge him. I know that we have our fearless leader of Region 1, Mr. Otis Brown. Yes, Mr. Brown, looking forward to hearing from you. I know with him, he has his education officers, and we have all the principals of the schools that are listed at the back of your program, and it's 15 of them. And when I checked, it looks like all of them are in St. Andrew Eastern. And so that means I have interacted with them for more than a decade now. Yes, thank you. And I recall my first QEC meeting, and this happened before I was member of parliament, and it was only a handful of persons there at that time. But look at you now. You have grown so much. And since then, since those early days, I have been advocating for all the schools in my constituency. Different government agencies can tell you that I call them to ensure schools get things done. I've worked with each and every school in varying degree, advocating for important things to those schools. And just to list a few, I recall Hope Valley Experimental. Where's Mr. Grant? Yes, when I started out, the school did not have a nurse. And considering that was a special needs school, I thought that was unacceptable, and I advocated. It was the first time Hope Valley Experimental was getting a nurse. And I've continued to work with Hope Valley Experimental since then. Mr. Grant knows I call him weekends, weekdays, early hours, just to find out that he's okay, because he has a large population of students with special needs. I know Pepin High School. I'm proud to have been the minister when that school was de-shifted after 45 years or 40 years. Yes, we have a principal there. He's quiet, but he works. Yes, you can give him a round of applause. He really works. And we have worked with him on the built environment to expand Pepin High School, and the work is not done. He knows that more classrooms are coming so that the children there can continue to learn in an environment. He has a significantly better playground, basketball and netball court, and I have to big up Pepin High School for the chess club that they have there. Yes. Principal is working. And of course, let me acknowledge our host, Jamaica College. And I can only think of Hurricane Beryl. And Principal, yes, making sure you got your labs, you got your classrooms back again. And I know we have the cluster of special needs school here. And for them, I continue to work with them. I remember the early days as well. Their main concern was the roads passing their schools, and we got it done. Yes, I look at it now and it needs some repairs again, but we got it done, and it served for a whole decade at least. And I know you have broadband connectivity there as well, and other things. There are other needs, but we'll continue to work with you. New Providence, is Principal here from New Providence? Yes, yes, yes. Early days as well. Bathrooms, we made sure those were upgraded, and I know recently through SDF, your playground is looking, or your field, I should say, is looking wonderful. Yes. Mona High, I want to congratulate you, Mr. Jones. I know we had many testy moments, but you have done well at Mona High School in terms of the football team, but not just in sports, in the many programs you offer to our children at Mona High School. I think you maximize on what Heart has to offer, and it's good for our children. And I hope I didn't miss anybody. Did I miss anyone? Oh, Mona Heights Primary School. Where's Principal? There he is, yes. If I say one Mona, will I get in trouble? And Mountain View Primary School, where's principal? Over there, hi. No man, lots has gone on at Mountain View Primary School as well to make that school really look good. And I know the principal is working hard as well. So I am pleased, and I'm pleased with what I see across the schools in QEC 11. Mr. Brown, I think you can give them an A+. Yes? All the principals, I know they have their eyes, they have their energies, they have their focus on where it should be, ensuring that the children come in, they're in a comfortable environment, and that they learn and that they're ready to move on to the next stage. I know that you're more than administrators. You are anchors in your schools and communities, guiding students, supporting teachers, and keeping the ship steady in an ever-changing sea of challenges. And of course, I think I missed out Augustown Primary School. Raise your hand, principal. Come on, a lot has been done there as well. Actually, that's where I'm coming from this morning, because I went to take a look at a tour of the new infant school that we expect to come on stream, hopefully September. Yes. A lot of work has gone on there to ensure that we bring that institution into just full implementation. Yes. All right. Please, I hope I didn't miss anybody else. Did I miss anybody? Mona Prep. Just because I'm private, we always think they have a lot of money. Mona Prep, you guys have been doing well. I remember your recent, is it your graduation or your, how many years? Yes, your 60th anniversary. There's not much I can say about Mona Prep, because we know you always excel. You're doing well with your parents. Thank you, principal and teachers. And so I want to encourage all of you, school administrators, all the teachers, parents in particular, continue to support your schools. Schools cannot do everything by themselves. They need parents, because you have to get your children in a ready mode for school every day. You have to do your part as well, and so I want to encourage you. So during my time as minister, I witnessed your resilience during COVID and your innovation in pivoting to the online world and the continuation of technology in education. And though I now serve in a different capacity, my commitment to education has not wavered. In fact, it has deepened, because I know that in order to get robust economic growth in Jamaica, we are very, very dependent on the quality of the students that come out of the education sector. Without the students learning at a high level, coming out with the skills in terms of technology, science, and all the things that we need in this economy, we won't be able to move forward fast if that does not happen. And so I just want to reaffirm my commitment to education. I remain firmly focused on driving the efforts of education here in our constituency, as well as obviously across Jamaica, whether through school infrastructure support, technology access, back-to-school programs, or capacity building opportunities. I support all of those. And I'm particularly proud of the investment that this government has made in technology in schools. Last I checked, about 2/3 of our schools have broadband access. I know through e-learning, we are upgrading or putting in computer labs in all of our primary schools. We would have completed computer labs in all of the high schools already. And we continue to ensure that our children have access to the tools that they need to learn. And I want you to know that I am walking this journey with you. I recognize your leadership, and I'm here to support you. Together we will continue to build the kind of school environment that uplifts our children and empower our communities. And before I step down, let me acknowledge Reverend Canon Michael Allen, who is ever present at all the ceremonies that I go to. Thank you so much. Yes, Reverend Canon Michael Allen, for always inviting the presence of God and praying blessings on all of us. So QEC 11, the QEC of champions, continue to learn from each other, continue to collaborate, continue to uplift our children, continue to make us proud. Thank you all for your service.
Moderator, Miss Anita McNeil, Reverend Canon Michael Allen, who did invocation for us, Chairman of Quality Education Circle number 11, Mr. Alex Hepburn, who is also the principal of Mona Heights Primary School, the convener of the Quality Education Circle, Territorial Education Officer for the schools in QEC 11, Mrs. Healy Salabi Knight, and of course the Minister of Finance and the Public Service and the Member of Parliament St. Andrew Eastern, the Honorable Favour Williams. To our host principal, let me see now, Jamaica College is hosting us, and Mr. Robinson, from what I've heard, even before I came to the region, you're the man who is always willing to take in everybody and make sure the resources are provided for them to shine. We have to clap him for that. Reverend Dr. Paul Smith, who will address us in the capacity of our guest speaker. The principals of QEC number 11, teachers of QEC 11, and the children of the QEC, the real reason we are here, the students of QEC 11, all our stakeholders from the different institutions who have set up their tables here today, everybody present, good morning. Good morning, everyone. No, man, I'm not liking that at all. Good morning, everyone. Let me see the children can clap their hands. Not so strong on this side. Let me test the children on this side. Clap your hands for me, please. But you are fewer and it seems as if you are competing hard. Over this side. And one young lady, she stood a while ago to show that she's going to put her all in it. Thank you very much. I'm very happy to be present today at this stakeholder consultation QEC 11. And today, I'm representing the Ministry of Education, Skills, Youth and Information, not just Region 1, but the ministry. So I'm speaking on behalf of the Honorable Minister of Education in the person of Senator the Honorable Dr. Dana Morris Dixon, who cannot be present with us this morning. But we in the Ministry of Education, Skills, Youth and Information recognize that for education to work well in Jamaica land we love, then collaboration is exceedingly important. Collaboration is a must, and that is why the stakeholder groups that are present here today were invited, because we cannot do it alone. We must do it together, and I want everybody present. Applaud yourselves, please. Thank you very much for being here. Partnership is very important in the business of education. Now, the Ministry of Education remains steadfast in its commitment to making certain that the standards in all our schools are lifted academically and otherwise. And the schools in St. Andrew Eastern are not excluded from this. Yes, in fact, some of our best schools are in the St. Andrew Eastern constituency. Come on, man, you have to clap yourselves for that. And I've interacted with a number of these institutions even before I started serving in this region as director. For example, when Mona High School was inspected a few years in the back, I was a senior staff inspector at the National Education Inspectorate, and I sat on the committee that inspected Mona High School. And so I have a good idea of what takes place in the bowels of the school. And I can testify that it is among those institutions that are doing well in our country, to the extent that at the time they were rated as a fledgling good school. Clap them for that, man. The principal, Mr. Kevin Jones, is seated right here in the front. Yes, so education is in fact happening in this QEC, like Mrs. Salabi Knight would have spoken to earlier. Now, as we consult today, as we share perspectives and chart the paths for a brighter future in education, you know the Ministry of Education is trending, right? Any child in this building knows what trend stands for? Any child knows what trend stands for? No child knows what trend stands for. Guess what? I believe it is important for you to know what trend stands for. So what we are going to do, as a teacher myself, spell the word trend. The first letter is what? T. The next letter is, and the next one is, and the next letter is N, and then the last letter is D. And the trend is used as an acronym to mean transforming education for national development. So look at a neighbor now and say, neighbor. No, man, I don't like that. Say, neighbor. Oh, neighbor. Transforming education for national development. Yes, man, we believe that Jamaica can be among the very best countries in the world. In fact, we are. And we can get better. So many people love us for who we are and what we have to offer culturally and otherwise. And so we are transforming education so Jamaica can become even better. So what does trend stand for again? Transforming for what? Transforming education for what? National development. All of Jamaica is to become developed, right? So our conversation here today will be shaping the future that we want to see coming out of for education in Jamaica land we love. And we will continue to work together. We are working hand in hand. We are saying all hands on deck to shape the Jamaican education system as a place of inclusive education, a responsive education system, and one that can deal with the challenges and the opportunities of the 21st century. So we are transforming education for what again? I need to hear you, children. Transforming education for what again? National development. Now, I want to point out to you that we from the Ministry of Education, Skills, Youth and Information, Region 1, in particular now, have been working hard to make sure we positively impact our schools. And some of the schools that we have touched already financially and are about to touch are right here in QEC number 11. The Honorable Favour Williams was the Minister of Education who piloted us through the burial issues. And the very school that we are at now, Jamaica College, is one of those institutions that benefited from the burial rehabilitation funds. Yes, man. So things have been happening. Yes. And Carberry Court, where are you? You are right there. So, Mrs. McDonald, I know that you've been lobbying for issues concerning your roof. And oh Lord, where are the Carberry Court people? Then why did you not make so much noise when I spoke about trend? Huh? But Carberry Court, you are one of those places where we are well advanced in what is to be done to have that roof addressed, Mrs. McDonald. And what I make sure I do, I keep constant communication with her. I think the last time we spoke was about last week, Tuesday. And I made certain the building officer was present in the room to tell her where we have reached. Yes, man, with the process to have her roof looked after so school can be better. Mona Heights is one of those institutions that has benefited and continues to benefit from what we are doing in terms of rehabilitation, infrastructure rehabilitation. And I want to say to you, Mona Heights Primary School, Mr. Hepburn, we are not putting principals above principals, but we want to commend you for the growth that has been observed at Mona Heights Primary School. Yes, we have to say that. Give honor, the Bible says, to whom honor is due. And the growth there is undeniable. It is exceedingly visible. I made it my duty to visit that school sometime in February. And I looked at the space you had for some of your children for teaching and learning. And I said to myself, oh no, quite unsuitable. Yet a teacher was in the room with the children working miracles. And I'm very pleased that today we are in a better position. We're at a better place because we are about to put that issue to an end. I am expecting that in a couple weeks from today, that issue would be put to an end. And we've been working hard to make certain that happens. All the schools in QEC 11, education is all of your business, all of us business. And we are going to continue to work together and to put hands and hearts together to make certain the schools shine. Special needs institutions. I want to commend you for doing a job that many persons would shy away from. Children who have special needs can be difficult to deal with. But guess what? There are some men and women in this quality education circle who have made it their commitment to look after the education of the children who are special. Where are the principals of the special needs institutions? Please stand. Yes, man. And this year, you notice what we did. Thank you so much. When it was the time for us to have the National AIDS Forum to empower children about AIDS and so forth. And we were busy looking for a school to use. We said all of what we do can't go to other schools. Let us target the special education community for our work and the support this time. And that is what we did through our CREO, Mrs. Lisa James Richardson. And these people, they got up to the occasion and responded well. Please clap them for that. In this QEC, also QEC 11, Mr. Where's his name? Mr. Christie. Mr. Christie of Poppy in school. Mr. Christie, I heard Minister say that you are quiet. And when Minister said so, I see your friends hitting you. Like they are saying to you, not a quiet. But Mr. Christie is of a quiet persona, because I've known him for a number of years. Yes, but Mr. Christie is there pushing his school as one of those schools on the Ensley program to do well. They have now de-shifted. Recently, I attended their Easter mathematics camp, and I was very pleased with the turnout that I saw at that particular camp. When I walked 2 rooms to do short story matters with the children and thought it was over, and I went back to him, he said, no, there is also another room somewhere down that side that you'll need to go. And I was happy to go there. The children turned out. Those children, sir, did not turn out because they just wanted to come to school and because they had great work attitude. Someone did something from administration. The teachers had their hearts in it, and that is why they too were present in the break. And we want to commend you, sir, for what is happening at Papine High School. And we know that it can only get better. Only get better. And in closing, I'm going to invite all the wonderful students in the room to stand. All of you, please stand. Put down your bags. Put down your pencils. Put down your books. These bright girls in the front, they have books and pencils out. All the children in this building, please stand. All of you. Because you are really the reason we are here. Yes, man. You are the reason we are here. You are the reason for the QEC 11 season. All right? All of you, stretch your arms up. Stretch them down. Up again. Down again. There's a song that you sing very frequently in the primary schools. It says, I am a promise, and I am a what? Possibility. And I am a great big bundle of what? Potentiality. And potentiality comes from which word? From which word? Potential. So you are full of potential. So watch this now. We're going to sing the song, and then I'm going to do one other thing with you to close. So come on now. I am a promise. I want more confidence. I am a great big bundle of. Oh yes, and I'm learning to hear God's voice, and I'm trying to make the right choice. I am a promise to be. No man, come on, you can do better than that. Come on everybody, come on, come on. I am a promise. With a capital P. Yes. Yes. And I'm learning to hear God's voice, and I'm trying to make the right choice. I am a promise. Anything God wants me to be. Raise your right hand now. Clap the Honorable Minister of Finance as she goes, and Member of Parliament for St. Andrew Eastern, the Honorable Fable Williams. Raise your right hand. Place it on your left breast. And repeat. Say I. No man. Confidence. I know. I know that. I know that I know that I am. I know that I am special. Again, say I. I know. I know that. I know that I know that I am. I know that I am special. Clap yourselves. God bless you. You are the reason for our being here today. Back to our moderator. Of course, the wonderful EOs who are here, apart from Mrs. Knight. Mrs. Walsh Davis, I don't know I miss you, I miss Duncan and everybody from Region 1, the ministry. Clap them to please. God bless all of you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Brown, and permit me to welcome to this function the Senior Education Officer, Dr. Williams. Just wave your hand from where you are, Dr. Williams. Put your hands together for him. We welcome you, sir, to our town hall meeting for QEC 11. So we are not only trending as a QEC in academics, but our students own God-given talents that they are ready to unearth and showcase. And so without further ado, I'll invite at this time from Mona Heights Primary School, our 2025 JCDC Gold Medalist, Torian Peter, with an item. Let us put our hands together and encourage her as she comes and perform her piece for us. One more time for Torian as she comes.
You've never shined so bright. You've never shined so bright. You've never shined so bright. City of stars, are you shining just for me? City of stars, there's so much that I can't see. Who knows? I felt it from the first embrace I shared with you. Then now our dreams, they finally come true. City of stars, it's one thing everybody wants. If they're in the bars and through the small screens of the crowded restaurants, it's love. Yes, all we're looking for is love from someone else. A rush, a glance, a touch, a dance, a look in somebody's eyes to light up the skies, to open the world and send it reeling. A voice that says I'll be here and you'll be alright. I don't care if I know, I swear I will go, 'cause all that I need is crazy feeling, rat-tat-tat in my heart. I think I wanted to stay. I look in somebody's eyes to light up the skies, to open the world and send it reeling. A voice that says I'll be here and you'll be alright. I don't care if I know, I swear I will go, 'cause all that I need is crazy feeling, rat-tat-tat on my heart. I think I wanted to stay.
Come on, I think we can do a little bit better than that. Yes. QEC 11 trending. And that is why we are the QEC of champions. Well done, Miss Peter. Awesome. Excellent. Now, we should have done this before. And as a teacher, I should know better that we should call the register and the roll call and know who is represented here. And if the QEC 11 students are well represented and are ready to showcase what I'm seeing around this auditorium. Can I hear it for Augustown Primary School? Come on, Augustown, one more time. All right, so is Carberry Court Special Commercial School in the building. Yeah, man. And this time, we are going to have to do something. Teacher, tell us what to do. Is it cheer? So we are going to cheer on the Donny Williams School for the Deaf. Everybody, put your hands up and just shake. Yes, 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 yes. Is Hope Valley Experimental here? There we go. What about our host school, Jamaica College? No, man, boys. All right, they are here. What about Listamere Gilby High School for the Deaf? Yes, 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 yes. What about the Macam Child Care Development Center? Are you here? Macam representatives? They are here. Mona High in the building? Yes, that's what I'm talking about. What about Mona Preparatory School? Where are you? Make some noise. Mountain View Primary and Infants. Very much here. What about New Providence Primary School? Yeah, 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 yeah. Right at the back there. Papine High. Yes, and they are giving us some accompaniment this morning. We are grateful for that. What about the Randolph Lopez School of Hope? Are you here? Reach Academy in the building? Reach? They are not here? All right. Mona Heights Primary School, are you here? And I believe I would have covered all of 15 schools in QEC 11. Now, at this time, serious business. We are going to hear about the academic performance of the schools in QEC 11, and we are going to start. I'm going to hear first from the primary prep, what's happening at the primary prep level as it relates to the national examination, and the presentation will be done by the principal of the New Providence Primary School. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, put your hands together for Mrs. Nicole Thompson.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. My apologies, we are still in morning. Good afternoon, good morning, students of excellence. Good morning, QEC. All right, so I've been tasked with the job to tell you about the champion performance of QEC 11 at the primary level, which is the primary and prep schools. All right, as we have known, we have 7 primary schools and prep schools at the level that have taken the PEP exam. So we're going to take a look at our results. Just to let you know, at the primary level, we have 3,502 students, and of that, 49% of them are girls, 51 are boys. So we are basically even at the primary level. So let us look at that academic performance. So we will start with grade 4 PEP. So on the math performance task, this is our results. We had 43% of our students being proficient or highly proficient. Now, when you look at that against the national level is 39%. So the QEC is above our national level. For our language arts, we have 56% of our students that are proficient or highly proficient, and that is compared to 45% at the national level. Once we get on to our literacy rate for boys at the literacy test at grade 4 is 70%. 70% of our students at the primary level have attained mastery for the boys, and it is 79% for the girls. Compared to the national level, the national levels are 57 and 73. All right, for numeracy, 78% of our boys are at the mastery level compared to 64 at the national level, and 80% of our girls have received mastery on the grade 4 numeracy test. All right, so let us look at grade 5. Grade 5, we have, when we take the boys separately, 43% of our students are proficient and highly proficient against a national standard of 41. And for the girls, we are at 58% versus 53. For science, we are at 47 and the girls are at 62. And if you look at the little yellow person, that's the one that represents the national level. Once we get to social studies, we are 42 and 66 versus 37 and 56. Forgive me if you see me going crazy, the podium is shocking. The podium is shocking, I don't know why. Language arts, for language arts, we are at 63% versus a national level of 58, and 81% of our girls are proficient or highly proficient at the grade 5 language arts. All right, so let's look at grade 6. Grade 6 language arts, 70% of our boys, 70% of our boys attain proficient or highly proficient for language arts, and that is compared to a national level of 58%. So QEC 11 is far ahead of the national level at grade 6, 58 versus 70, and for the girls it's 82% versus a national level of 76. For mathematics, we are 65% proficient, and for the girls, it is 74%. And for social study, the boys are 72% proficient and highly proficient, and the girls are at 81%. And finally, we have grade 6 science, where 81% of our students are proficient and highly proficient versus a 63 national level, and our girls are 82% proficient or highly proficient versus a 77% national level. So when we take a look, the last thing we're going to take a look at is the pathways. We know pathway 1, 2, and 3 is where students matriculate into high school, and 70% of our students matriculate into pathway 1 for boys and 80% in pathway 1. So I think that is a very, very good performance because most of our students are pathway 1 students. So once we have primary and we leave from primary, then we hand over to secondary. So I'm going to call Mr. Jones, who is going to go through our secondary performance.
All right, thank you so much. RD, Mr. Brown, our senior education officers, colleague principals, students, teachers, parents, and visitors, good morning. I am about to share with you the data for the secondary schools. And as you would have heard earlier, there are 3 public high schools in QEC 11. Now, the information to be shared with you this morning is a combination of scores from the 3 high schools, Papine High School, Jamaica College, and of course, Mona High School. We have made a decision to focus on the CSEC passes. And the reason for that is because just a small percentage of our students in QEC 11 after completing grade 11 would have transitioned to 6th form. Now, if I may provide a bit of context for you, ladies and gentlemen, and students, of course, the students who sat the CSEC exams in 2024 actually entered high school in September of 2019. And after the first term, and entering the second term, which is January 2020, by March, thereabout, we had the onset of COVID-19. And so these students had to switch to online. And they completed the latter part of grade 7 online. They completed grade 8 online and grade 9. And then we were told that we could come back into the physical space. Now, during the time that the students were online, as the minister would have made known, we experienced severe learning gaps. A lot of students experienced learning loss, but they pulled through. The students managed to pull through, and so we want to celebrate the gains that we would have made over the 2.5 years with these students. We made some significant gains in key disciplines, and so we want to celebrate, as I said before. So in sharing the data with you, ladies and gentlemen, anywhere you see a pass for 70% or more, we would want for you to make some noise. 70% of the students in the QEC, or the students in the QEC getting 70% or more in any one subject area, we have to celebrate. We must celebrate, because these were the students who were placed at a tremendous disadvantage at the beginning of grade 7. So in celebrating, I would love for you to make some noise, please. As soon as you get 70% or more, make some noise, get in spirit, speak in tongues if you may. We're asking you please to limit it only to English, Spanish, and French, okay? So let me get right into it. All right? So, are you seeing the data? All right, there you go. So we can start with economics. 61% of the students passed econ for last year, 2024. For English language, English A, 76%. And these are all the students in QEC 11, 76%. Make some noise, the man, it's not so bad. English literature, 62%. Spanish, 42%. French, 44%. So we have some problem with the language right there with the languages, Spanish and French. For mathematics, it's 41%. And even though the students did not do as well as expected, of course, we are way above the national average, because the national average at the time was 33%. So the QEC did far better than all the other students across Jamaica. Social studies, 70%. Caribbean history, 60%. Geography, 67%. Religious education, 65%. Food, nutrition, and health, 89%. Family and resource management, 86%. Textile, clothing, and fashion, 59%. Add math, 69%. Almost made it to the 70% mark, but we'll work with that. Visual arts, 84%. Physical education and sports, 95%. Industrial technology, that's building technology, 97%. Industrial technology, this is electrical, 83%. Technical drawing, 91%. Information technology, 71%. Principles of accounts, 76%. Principles of business, 86%. Office administration, 97%. EDPM, which is electronic document preparation and management, 88%. Theater arts, 100%. Oh, all right. Okay, something special about this subject, okay. Biology, 87%. Chemistry, 74%. Integrated science, 62%. Physics, 67%. Human and social biology, 94%. And agricultural science, 86%. And that's how well the students from QEC 11, the 3 high schools, Jamaica College, Mona High School, Papine High School, we've aggregated the data, and that has been the performance. These very same students who were placed at tremendous disadvantage during their first 3 years of high school. But they have pulled through. We have a number of them in sixth form now, and we wish them all the best. RD mentioned too that they will be reaching out and touching schools financially. We sincerely hope that Mona High School will be touched. And let me just say that for what we are about to receive, we give you thanks, Mr. RD. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much and have a wonderful day.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jones. 1 QEC 11? 1 QEC 11? Yes, and we continue to trend as a QEC. Permit me to acknowledge the senior officer in charge of primary schools, Mrs. Ward Davis. Can you just raise your hand so persons will see you? Thank you so much for your service. And of course, I can't help but to notice how dapper my chairman is looking at the front. And we have not been really shining the light on the chairman. So all chairmen, can we just stand? All chairmen of schools in QEC 11, Mr. Delroy Aline, just stand up and be acknowledged in that glasses. Is you are talking, but what chair? You're the only one here now? Okay, put your hands together for Mr. Delroy Aline, chairman of the Mona Heights Primary School. So we continue to get some entertainment, but this time we are going to be hearing from the Papine High School. And they say, Miss, I have something so that everyone here will be rocking their body and skanking sweet. Put your hands together for the Papine High School.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Good morning over this side. Good morning over this side. Oh no, wait, sir. Good morning again. All right. Let's go. Oh, sir. The pressures of life and it tough. No stay down, mama, time to get up. No matter with the down full stars to clear up full vibe. Whoa, when the goods and the rent and the market do, yeah. When your best friends are gone and it's only you. Pick up your book, turn up the music, skanking seats. Everybody wanna feel irate. Forget your troubles and rock with me. Skanking see, everybody wanna feel irate. Forget your troubles and rock with me. When I feel reggae music, sweet, yeah. For every pain there's a melody, yeah. For every trouble there's a harmony that brings everything together. So make us sing together. How we say life not harder. And every man got his struggle. I'm begging you help me, Lord. And let me overcome my struggles. Skanking sweet, yeah. Feel yeah. Rock with me. Let's turn skanking sweet, say. Forget your trouble. Hey, you're not free. Yeah. Badu badu skanking sweet. Badu badu skanking sweet. Badu badu skanking sweet. Badu badu skanking sweet. Oh, just say.
Come on, we can do a little bit better than that. Listen, it's also QEC 11 are talented. Yeah, man, big up on yourself, Papine High School. Definitely, that was a good one. All right, so at this time, I'm going to invite back on stage Mr. Alex Hepburn, chairman of this QEC, and he is going to tell us a little bit more about the way forward, action plan, targets and goals and aspirations for this QEC of champions.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I don't know if you were really listening to the principals who presented the data. Do you realize that we are outperforming the rest of the country? Are you seeing that? Well, the data says so. So at this time, we have to pause because we want to recognize the persons who are responsible for that. And that's the principals and the teachers and the education officers who are in charge of these schools. So at this time, children, I want to put your hands together for me for your teachers who worked hard and tirelessly to ensure that our students do exceptionally well. Now, I was here earlier this morning, but I want to greet those persons who are coming in, and it's the first time you're hearing my voice. I want for you to see what trendsetters look like. When we thought about this QEC town hall, we didn't want it to be like what the normal QEC town hall would be. And as such, we have booths. If you notice, we are focusing on pushing our children forward. We have representatives from different entities. We have the UCC, University of the Commonwealth Caribbean, here. Put your hands together for them. So those high schoolers, if that is where you want to go, now is the time to go and get your brochures so that you can start informing yourselves. Moving into university, you can look at their offerings so that you know if that is something that is for you. We have VTDI. They're here at the back for those who are technically inclined. We have the persons from Jamaica Association for the Deaf who are here to keep you informed. And we have the persons from the Jamaica Association for Persons with Disabilities. And I'm going to start there. We, as a QEC, we have the highest number of schools that are considered to be special schools. And that is because we are special. Because we cater to or cater for the needs of every single child. And that is the way for our country to go. Now, David E. Price postulated that children are the priority, change is the reality, and collaboration is the strategy. So I want for everybody this afternoon, we're going to repeat after me. Let's go. Children are the priority. Change is the reality. Collaboration is the strategy. So we are collaborating here today as a strategy because we want to move this country forward. Today, we embody this mantra as we come together as a QEC. Now, the education sector is on a transformational path, and QEC 11 will take its place in this radical shift. Now, transformation has to be radical. If it's not radical, it's not transformation. And we as a QEC were willing to trend. And as such, we are going to speak about the pillars. There are 7 pillars. And as a QEC, we are going to focus on 3. We are focusing on the 3rd pillar, the 5th pillar, and the 6th pillar, and I'm going to tell you what these are. Now, in QEC 11, we will empower our educators to create learning experiences that transforms minds. So, once you are a part of our QEC, you are going to be among the best. Now, we are also going to focus on the integration of TVET in our schools, and you're seeing that already. Additionally, we want the government to help with the infrastructure in our school, and our regional director spoke about the shift to look at improving the infrastructure in the school. So that has started to happen, but we want to see more. Too many schools are operating in a way where we think it is substandard. And I want for you to be honest. Some of the classrooms are very hot. So we are not developing climate-friendly schools. We need to start thinking about that shift. Because a couple of years from now, the buildings that we are operating in, we will not be able to use them because of how hot it is going to be in those rooms. Children cannot learn when they're uncomfortable. So we are asking the powers that be to start to think about the from now. Now, QEC 11 is unique owing to the fact that we currently have the most special needs schools in the country as a QEC. Now, special needs education is essential for ensuring that every child, regardless of their abilities, receives support that will allow them to thrive. Now, we intend to increase the number of teachers with specialized training in an inclusive classroom setting. We have to be more robust or more assertive with our assessment. We realize that the government is now shifting and they're saying that there will be a change with PEP. But we need to assess our children in a way that it doesn't matter the exam that they're given, they will excel. So our assessment that we do internally must improve. And as such, we are going to create a steering committee that will look at assessment in the schools in QEC 11. In QEC 11, we are going to pilot an intervention program for special needs children. And these interventions we will put together and we will send to our region to say, this is how we think we should best deal with our special needs children. Now, what is the way forward? We have to have a shared vision, and we have to set goals that are attainable. Now, We intend to improve literacy and numeracy across all schools. You cannot have some schools doing well in the QEC, but others are struggling. Mona Prep, Reach Academy, you're going to have to share your best practices. We don't want to see a few schools excelling while others are struggling. And as such, the goals that we're going to set will be based on sharing with each other so that all our schools can excel. We want to ensure that we have students who are well-rounded. So we're going to start from the top, where we as the educators, we as the leaders, we're going to embrace what we would call professional development. You cannot expect to leave college 10 years ago and you don't want to do professional development. So when JTC sends out the professional development, we are going to ensure that our teachers attend the sessions and they get the necessary certification. Now, stakeholder engagement is very important, and we are going to establish a steering committee which will look at community involvement. We want to improve our communities. We have communities that some of our schools are in that are not the most suitable. And as such, we want to partner with our communities. We want to ensure that our parents understand the importance of a good education. So our parents will play a huge role in moving forward. We'll hold quarterly collaboration meetings where we'll share data with each other and we will plan jointly. So sometimes we'll ask Mona Primary to go over to Augusttown and we will do common planning time with Augusttown. Now, data-driven improvement. We'll develop shared assessment tools and reporting formats. We will look at attendance and behavior, because if the children are not coming to school, they cannot learn. So we must address attendance in our schools. We have schools with attendance below 70%. By next year, we expect to have every school in this QEC at least 90%. Now, we want to ensure curriculum continuity and alignment. So we're going to align key areas such as reading programs. The ministry has indicated that we are no longer going to teach reading at the primary level as in a way where it's integrated. So we're moving along with the ministry to ensure that our children, by they get to grade 3, I would say, are competent readers. So if we're reading from grades 1 and 2, by the time they get to grade 3, they should be competent readers. And we want to ensure that QEC 11, we have a very good numeracy rate and extremely good literacy rate. As such, we are going to start off next week with our first literacy fair. So our first literacy fair will be the kickoff for literacy in the QEC that will be held on Tuesday. So next week, Tuesday, we'll have our literacy fair that will be held at Mona Heights Primary School, and we ask all primary schools to come in and get information so you can take back to your schools. We want to also be on the cusp of innovation and resource sharing. So we are going to create an inventory. We have started setting up already. So we are going to have an inventory of test items. We are going to have an inventory of learning materials so that we can all pull down from that inventory and we will be able to share among each other. So the high schools, you will have one platform where the inventory, the materials are stored, and you can go and pull that information at any time. Monitoring and evaluation is very important, and as such, we are going to continue to work with the Ministry of Education to ensure that all our schools are properly monitored, and we want to, by 2030, based on the Vision 2030, we want every single school in QEC 11 to be ranked good by the NEI. So if we're lagging behind, we have to fix it. Now, colleagues, we spoke about collaboration. Come next month, we're going to have our first line for the QEC, where we're going to invite members from the ministry, members from all the schools in our QEC, where we'll host our first line, where we have to come together to start working together. So if we don't have that kind of relationship, it's not going to work. And as such, I am not just here to put some hairy-fairy stories out there. We're talking about practical, reasonable, workable plans. And as such, QEC 11 will continue to trend and continue to lead the rest of the country. I thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hepburn. Lots in the pipeline. I hear numeracy, literacy. I hear professional development for teachers in the QEC, infrastructural development. I hear holistic development for our students. Lots more to come. And I am looking forward to it as an educator in this QEC. I particularly like the collaboration in terms of common planning time among the schools, and I am looking forward to that. Now we continue to unearth and showcase the talents of the students in QEC 11, and it gives me great pleasure at this time to welcome the Vibes School, Mona High School, almost a Mona Heights Primary School, Mona High to come at this time with their item. Can we put our hands together for Mona High as they come with their item? Immediately following Mona High, I'll invite Miss Stacy and Dockery to come. She is the principal of the Listomere Gilby High School for the Deaf, and she'll be introducing the morning's guest speaker. Let us encourage Mona High one more time as they make their way to the platform.
You see the boy we used to iron on the class? No, him at the first to put up him on fast. Him did quiet, them saying slow. But one friend said, try brother, you're so good. Encourage each other. Through sunshine and rain. You see the girl when never want to read out loud? No, she had mash up the mic in front of the whole crowd. Then our classmate whisper, you got this. No, she write poem like Louis Ben. Encourage each other. Through sunshine and rain. Big up the youth, them loud and clear. We push one another, year to year. No watch, no face, we build, we lean, encourage each other. Through sunshine and rain. We there with pen, with book, with brain. We all up each other through pressure and strain. Must say real friend clap when you pass the test. Them help you study so you can be your best. Encourage each other through sunshine and rain. Big up the squad we never make fun. Up the US slow but never done. Big up the one who help cry the line so everybody gets to take the shine. Encourage each other through sunshine and rain. Encouragement sweet, it's strong like fuel. When they give it out, it come back to you. But now I know what classmates them like, but pick them up. Left, right, and right. Encourage each other through sunshine and rain. Big up the youth, them loud and clear. We push one another, year to year. No watch, no fears, we build, we lean. Encourage each other through sunshine and rain. Encourage each other through sunshine and rain. I couldn't take that one here.
Good morning, esteemed colleagues and stakeholders. Please allow me to give place to the protocols already established and hasten to say it is my distinct pleasure and honor to introduce today's guest speaker, a man whose service, expertise, and passion for people embody the very heart of nation building. Dr. Smith is a seasoned clinical psychologist, bringing with him over 15 years of clinical practice. His commitment to emotional and psychological well-being is matched only by his dedication to service in its many forms. He is a justice of the peace, a minister of religion, a marriage officer, and an inspiring motivational speaker. Currently, he serves as the center manager at the Church Teachers College Educational Assessment and Intervention Center in Mandeville, where he plays a pivotal role in shaping support services for students and educators alike. Beyond that, Dr. Smith also serves as the Southern Region Coordinator for the Jamaican Psychological Society, where he continues to advocate for mental health awareness and professional development across our education sector. He holds a doctoral degree in clinical psychology from California Southern University. His professional journey is grounded in his personal philosophy. I quote, "If I can help somebody as I pass along, then my living shall not be in vain," end of quote. Dr. Smith is also a devoted family man, proudly married with 2 children. Ladies and gentlemen of QEC 11, QEC of Champion, please join me in welcoming Dr. Smith, a man of wisdom, faith, and service, as he shares with us today from his wealth of knowledge and experience. Welcome, Dr. Smith.
Good morning. Good morning. Hello, I come from country. I want good town morning. Good morning. That is so good. I greet you well, and it's so good to be here in Kingston. And I'm not sure if Odin is here, but had it not been for him, I don't think I'd reach on time, because he had to navigate through many back roads to be here to cut out the traffic. But it's so good to be here, and I stand on the protocols, but I want to say hello to Mrs. Knight, because she was the main person who contacted me, you know, and I am here today. So good to be here. And I hope to share for a few minutes with you. It is said that if you are invited to speak somewhere and you speak briefly, the possibility is high, the probability is high that you'll be invited back. And I want to be invited back, right? So it is so good to be here. But I want to thank all the principals, the teachers, all the educators, the board chairmen for all the job that you have been doing to make education the finest in the country. So I'm supposed to talk about collaboration, and it's a word that I love to my heart. But I want to use something to kind of bring out a finer point. And I want you all to listen carefully. The story is told of 3 men who went on a construction site, and they fell off and injured their lungs. They all went to the doctor, and the doctor gave them one instruction. The doctor said, "Don't talk." The first man looked at the doctor and asked him why, and he died. The second one said, "Yeah, idiot, what you talk for?" And he died. And the third one said, "Thank God we never said nothing." And he died. Right? So they all 3 ended up dying. Right? Now, as simple as the story is, they worked individually. They worked by themselves. There was no teamwork or team effort to say, let us all obey what the doctor said. I tell you one more story. Collaboration is working together towards a desired outcome. So there's one goal in mind, and persons or teams come together to make it happen. So no longer are the days of working in silos. And there was a song I learned at school. Me, you in your small corner, and I in mine. I think those days are long gone. We have to work together. Collaboration means that we are going to share and draw on the strength of others. So here comes story number 2. I attended Church Teachers College back in the days, and I did Spanish and history at the secondary level. I graduated from college, and my first job was at Adrian High in Clarendon. Now, as a young teacher, I was full of zeal and enthusiasm, and I thought that I knew everything in Spanish. My first class got me to change that idea, because I think we were looking at animals and we were doing vocabulary, and so I was teaching about different animals. And so I realized that there was this young man who kept asking me the Spanish for different animals. And he asked, and I answered. He asked, and I answered. But then he asked me, "Sir, how do you say rat in Spanish?" Between me and you, I didn't know. But because I thought I should know everything, I made up a word. And I said, the Spanish for rat is rato. He looked down and he laughed. And he said, "No, sir, you're wrong." When I realized the guy had a Spanish dictionary under the desk and he was squeezing me. And that caught me. And I said to myself, we do not know everything. And so we need to lean on each other for knowledge. I tell you, for the entire day, everybody said the teacher said rat is ratto. Right? But I also learned a lesson that it's okay to admit that you don't know. Right? So my approach should have been, I don't know, but I will look it up and get back to you. I never had to look it up because he had the dictionary right under his desk. So collaboration is important. It is working together to make things happen. I heard the report of this region, and I know that it takes teamwork. It takes effort. Collaboration allows all of us to share in the success. Because we have been working together. Collaboration shifts the focus from individual learning to group-based interaction, emphasizing community interaction, critical thinking, and teamwork. It is said that teamwork makes the dream work. Together, we can do it. I heard about this, the teachers and the schools with special needs, and that is very dear to my heart. I manage the center at Church Teachers College, the Assessment and Intervention Center. And from the day I took it over, I realized that there's a need to interact with other center managers across the island to share best practices, to forge alliances, and get to know other persons. Because sometimes we believe that we are the nicest things in sliced bread, and our center is the best. But someone else might have a better idea than we do. Mr. Brown, good to see you, sir. Somebody might have a better idea than we do. And so it is good always to share information. Now I looked at how is it that we can collaborate in education. And I look at student to student collaboration. When I used to go to school, I never liked group work, though it is extremely important. But trust me, and you know it too, there were some students who did not carry the weight, true or false. And so because of that now, some others did the work. And at the end of the day, everybody got the same grade. Yeah. But we need to teach our children to collaborate, to share ideas, to accept diversity, to help those who are weak to become strong, to help those who are shy, as it were, to come out of the shell. So student to student collaboration, group projects, sharing of ideas, debating competition, singing competition, drama, and other art forms. We have to encourage our children to collaborate, to teamwork from now, to communicate effectively, to work on shared goals and ideas, and to be tolerant of other person's ideas as well, right? Not to laugh at others when they are different from us, but to be inclusive in our approach to collaboration. So that becomes important. So if persons shy away from working together, it determines the approach that they will have later on. I learned a lot from group work. And as much as I chat a lot, and I've been accused of that so many times, that I fell into denial. But it was group work, teamwork, presentation, collaboration with teachers that allowed me to see that I had some potential. All our students sitting here, they have potential, but we don't want them to work by themselves. We want them to work with others. We want them to be tolerant and accepting of others, no matter how stupid, quote unquote, they think others' ideas are. Teamwork is no longer about I. It now becomes we. What can we do to make the situation better? What can we do to make our region better? What can we do to make Jamaica better? It takes teamwork. It's no longer me, myself, and I. It's all about all of us. Everybody has a contribution to make. Everybody needs to make themselves worthwhile. So we are working together as a team. We are collaborating. Affirmation is good. You know, I like that idea. Let us see how well we can improve on it. Yeah, right? That's a great idea. So we affirm each other. The teachers affirm each other. That was a great lesson plan. The principals affirm each other. Man, that was a great report, right? Affirmation is good. But when we affirm each other as a team, we celebrate together. So that is student to student collaboration. But we have teacher to teacher collaboration. Right? Teacher to student rather, collaboration. And the teacher in this instance, the teacher is not a dictator. The teacher is not at the forefront of what is happening. The teacher is a co-constructor of knowledge. The teacher becomes a guide while the students are being innovative. The students are putting together ideas for a project. They are working together. The teacher facilitates and is there to guide. So there can be collaboration between the teacher and the students. Yeah? Right? And so that becomes very important in building education. Right? The students become the center of focus. And the teacher is aware that differentiation learning or teaching is important. Yeah? Trust me. I look at children now, I look at a baby, and I might be exaggerating a little bit. But as soon as a baby is born, the baby can use a cell phone. Yeah. And our students know much more than us as it relates to technology. How about using technology to make a presentation or to put forth an idea? The teacher stands in the middle and the teacher guides and coordinates and fine-tunes. But the students are there to be innovative. Then we have leaders to leaders. And I heard somebody mention the fact of best practices. What is happening at school A that is going so good that I could find out and implement at school B? Right? So guess what? We have a curious mind, but at the forefront of our motivation is that we are looking at students' performance. Because I don't know it all. I need to find out from another leader, what recipe did you put in the pepper pot? Why it tasted so good? And probably the only recipe I left out was the pepper. The Scotch bonnet. Yeah, but we meet together as leaders and we share best practices. We say, look at these ideas. Note, however, that not all ideas might be relevant to your context, but we can always modify and tweak what is there. At the end of it, it's a good feeling when everybody realizes that you are performing. I can't help but putting mental health issues in it. If I went back to Mandeville and I didn't mention it, I would not be happy with myself. Collaboration means too that we might have to seek external intervention, because educators and leaders, we also have mental health issues. I didn't say you're mad. We all have mental issues. True or false? Oh Lord. No man, I have to, Mr. Brown, I need to stay up here to ask why is that leaders don't have anything mental health dealing with. But the fact of the matter, you know, I might not be performing as a leader because I have issues. I am stressed. I might be depressed. I am grieving. I might just be prone, I might have a phobia for failing. I might constantly compare myself to school B and feel that I am inadequate. So it is always good that a visionary leader, an emotionally intelligent leader, can look at his or her students or staff and say, let us collaborate. Let us call in the health department. Let us call in the mental health unit. And we're going to have a mental health session together. That is collaborating. Collaborating. And when we're having that session, let us get some other neighboring schools to come and join. At the end of the day, it is hoped that persons will be mentally well in order to carry out their duties. So that becomes important. That we share that, guess what, at my school, mental health is important. So these are the things I do for my staff. And as a result, they are motivated. And the teachers teach can done. Or when bell ring for them to go home, they still want to teach. Motivation. Because mentally, I am well. When the teacher delivers, then the students in turn do well. So collaboration will bring us outside of our schools and take us somewhere else. But at the end of it, we have a common goal that we want to become well. Am I making any sense? You sure? All right, good. Collaboration also talks about teacher to teacher. And it brings me back to my earlier story that we don't know it all. And I know that I am just an exceptional example that right now if teachers don't know something, they will consult and not make up any stories, right? But teacher-to-teacher collaboration, what we call co-teaching. So a teacher who is weak at math can always team up with another teacher who is better at math. And we team up and have that teacher as a guest teacher and teach that particular concept. Trust me, you know. 3/4 when we learn in the math, I remember. Yeah. And I was never good at math as a student going to high school. And I remember the first time I ever passed math, a test. I got 35 out of 50. And I jumped like I heard some good news. And the teacher came to the class and said, wow, the test was so easy that everybody passed. When he said everybody passed, everybody turned around and looked at me. Because they knew I had a reputation for failing every maths test. And up to this very moment, that 35 out of 50 felt like an A. Because I worked for it. I worked for it. I asked questions. Those who were better than I was, I asked them questions. Because I did not know it. Right? And so I passed it, and it was golden. I was good at Spanish at high school. And one day the teacher came and said, okay, students, put away your books. Pop quiz. I said, Lord have mercy, my dear now. And the teacher gave us 10 vocabulary questions. And I got 6 out of 10. And even those who were not good at Spanish got 8 and 9. But everybody came to me and said, Paul, how much you get? And I was so embarrassed at my grade that I tore up my paper and put it in the bin. The teacher came back and said, oh my God, students, I did not record the grade. May I have at the paper? Mine was in the bin. And it was the first time I got a 0 in Spanish. Because my paper could not be redeemed. And I'm saying to us that there are times too when we have to change the strategy as to how we impart knowledge. So teacher to teacher collaboration. Let's have a math marathon for CXC. Let's have a Spanish marathon if the issue is with languages. Let us meet together as one school and that school, and let us put on a camp. That is collaboration. When the students do well, we all feel good about it because we work together. I might be good at something, but not good at something else. Why not draw on each other's strength? And together, we make it happen. I'm coming down nicely. You know, you go in church and the pastor says finally 10 times. Anybody ever see that yet? Finally! And not 10 times of that, you don't reach finally yet. All right? But professional learning communities. Educators regularly meet to share strategies, analyze data. And I want to touch the word data. I am encouraging all of us to be data-driven. Whether it is assessment or any other thing, let us draw on data. Students are not performing well in math. 50% of them are underperforming. And we analyze the data together. We even have case conferences, even as a department, right? And so let us look at it. Why is that our 10th grade boys are underperforming? Why is it that our boys are not performing as well as the girl? Could it be that we're all teaching boys the same way we teach girls? Is it that we have to change our approach to teach a particular subject to boys who are more hands-on, practical, yeah? Who can't sit still for very long, but want to be interactive and involved. And teach, and somebody can say, yes, that's what I do. And so all my boys are now doing better. Yeah. You see, thing happening at church too, you know. A number of our persons going to church are female. And so pastor will preach. And before the pastor call out a call, the lady start crying, go to the altar, she gets saved. But to realize that for the man, he needs to be reasoned to. He has issues and he wants answers, pragmatic solution. And he uses logic and reason and say, all right, I am going to do it. So the same thing happens to our teaching strategies. Let's draw from each other and find out what best works. But finally, you hear me say finally? Yes. School and community. The schools are in communities. We have to collaborate with the communities. Town hall meetings in the communities. Education. The issues affecting education. Child abuse. Sexual, emotional, physical. How does this affect learning? Get the discussion going. Get the conversation going. And allow the community to understand the importance of partnering with the school. Their parents, the only time you see some of them is at graduation. You don't see them from day one, and they turn up at graduation. They need to know that it's much more than just graduating. What happens afterwards? Yeah, what happens afterwards? So the community and school need to collaborate. And this is the last, finally, as it relates to the benefits of collaboration. Mr. Brown, this is the last, finally, sir. All right. So collaboration enhances communication and it builds interpersonal skills. I went to a conference some weeks ago for the Teachers College of Jamaica. And I made sure that before I left, I found 10 persons within my interest and outside of my interest. And I took their names and their contact and their email. And I said, all right, let us see how best we can share ideas. So connecting with others, making connection is important. It promotes deeper understanding through shared perspective. Shared perspective, right? It gives deeper understanding of what is happening. But it also prepares students for collaborative work environment. We want our students to have that skill as well. Collaboration. Collaboration when they have their families. Partnership. They're working closely with the family. Shared vision. Shared communication. Equity. Giving each person a voice to make a contribution. They need to start now. And we as educators need to make sure that they have that soft skill. Yeah. Right? We look at what is happening with technology, and it is awesome. But we look at how some of our students communicate now. One is here, sitting at the lunch table, and the other is here, and everybody is texting. No kind of communication. Yeah? It happens in the family, where the dining table was so precious that people look forward to having dinner with the family. In some families now, I eat alone. I eat in silo. and somebody else is around the room having dinner, the same kind of dinner that I am having. And so sometimes even our children grow up in our homes and we don't know them because we no longer communicate. We no longer have nights that we play games and ask, how are you? That's collaboration. What can we do together as a family come summer? And everybody's idea is taken into consideration. Collaboration is everywhere. It's in the home. It's at church, the community, the schools, every other agency. But it encourages accountability. When I collaborate, I'm accountable. I hold myself accountable, but others are able to hold me accountable as well. We lean on each other when we are not strong. Musician, you can back me with the sound as I close, lean on me. Yeah, man, back me up, man. I want to sound good, you know, man. Yeah. All right? 1, 2, no. I don't know about me, but give me a sharp kidding. Ready? You can light down over there, so. Okay. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Lean on me, come on. When you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I might have a problem that you'll understand. We all need somebody to lean. One more time. Lean on me. Oh, when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Thank you. Hello, I hope you're not clapping because I'm done enough, but you're clapping because that's saying.
Can we put our hands together one more time for Dr. Smith? Very profound words of wisdom, as he reminds us of the importance of collaboration and the benefits of collaboration as we seek as a QEC to come together, to partner with each other, to network so that this QEC can continue to excel. And making their way on stage is the Randolph Lopez School of Hope, and they are coming with an item. Put your hands together for the Randolph Lopez School of Hope, one of the special schools in QEC 11. One more time for the Randolph Lopez School of Hope. Excellent, excellent stuff. We are coming down nicely in our program, and just before I invite Mrs. Knight to come with the vote of thanks, the book merchants, they have a special promotion, and one of the ladies from the booth will be coming to share this promotion with us, and I believe there is a raffle and some giveaway, and so she's making her way to the podium. You have been good sport from morning, I must say. Put your hands together for yourselves. And I hope those who are joining us live via the Virtual Edge YouTube page have been enjoying what we have to offer so far. And so I await the arrival of the representative from the book merchant to come. And after her, the next voice you'll hear is that of Mrs. Knight.
Good morning, everyone. All right, so I'm from the Book Merchant Limited. We currently have a competition going for Child's Month. So we have where a child would submit a story. The teacher would submit on behalf of the child and or children, and their mom will win a gift. So if not many teachers are here and principals are here, you can share it with their teachers so they can have their students submit. You can come to the booth for more information. We also have a raffle for today where we are raffling a kit for teachers. So teachers and principals can come and sign up in order to be able to qualify for the gift. That's it. Thank you.
All right, so we have a slight adjustment. Mrs. Salabi Knight is giving an opportunity to Mr. Anthony Grant, principal of the Hope Valley Experimental School, to move the vote of thanks for us this afternoon. We are at afternoon now? Yes? Still morning? So we're not doing too badly then. All right, over to you, sir.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good morning, everybody. All right, we have had a long morning, a very compact morning, lot of information. Let me tell you something, Miss McNeil, you're going good. Thank you so much for navigating us throughout the course of this day. And I don't know, Miss McNeil, you see, I'm a little street boy, you know, and I don't know if you recognize of late, when we meet people now, you know, they no longer say good morning or good afternoon, you know. The beautiful expression when they say, heart and love. You ever get that? Yeah, man, just meet anybody and they just come. Utter respect, they just say, heart and love. And it's against that background, heart of love, that we want to thank everybody who participated and contributed this morning. We know that our Member of Parliament, those of us in QEC 11 know that she's everywhere, all the time. So in her absence, I know she's a busy lady. We want the records to show that we really thank her and appreciate her very much for being with us. For Reverend Canon Michael Allen, I know he left. He acknowledged God's presence and his guidance throughout this discourse this morning. We want to thank him so kindly. I don't know, Mr. Hepburn, I don't know if we're going to invite back Mr. Smith, you know, so Dr. Smith. Are we? So he went about 2 minutes within the time period. Mr. Smith, you know, sir, guess what? I never had to have a dictionary, you know. And I said that because I'm an Edwin Allen past student, so you're lucky I never have to have that dictionary. But we never needed one. Because you spoke with such clarity, sir. And from a practical point of view, we all could relate. You're full of vibes, you're full of energy, and you can sing. So very thankful, sir, for you to come all the way from Mandeville to come. We promise that somebody from Kingston going to come down there one day. It's collaboration. So look out for us. Thank you so very kindly, sir. All right, then. And I know our RD left, but I want to thank him very much. Mr. Brown, he's a very busy man. And he came out strong this morning. He had his full contingent, almost his full contingent, but he's so strong, he looked like the full contingent with us. We saw Madam Walsh Davis. She sat there for quite some time, never move or take notes. So we as principal, I said, he's a senior education officer, and we said, rotted now, she'll take notes. But thank you very much, Madam Walsh Davis. Let the record show to we really appreciate her presence. And we heard that Dr. Williams was here as well. We really want to thank you and all the other officers from the ministry. So we really thank you so much for coming. And I hope I'm not missing anybody, you know. And I don't want to take it for granted that here she gave me permission to give the vote a thanks. But guess what? I'm not telling no lie, you know. And I spoke from a heart of love and a true reflection from everybody in QEC 11. The QEC, the champion QEC. Hey, we have a convener, Mrs. Salabi Knight, full of grace and poise, and up here so enough. She's leading us well. And Nelly said, girl, thank you so kindly. But it was out of utter respect and love that QEC says, we are so happy for you leading us. Thank you so kindly. And I hope you are proud of us as much as we are proud of us having you as our convener. Thank you so very much. And I just want to come down singly with Chairman. Our Chairman, Mr. Hepburn, he has no more hair on his head. Mr. Hepburn, Mr. Hepburn, I could have felt it from Hope Valley. Your sleepless nights, you went through anxious moments, and said, what the rotted principal, them not giving the support, I could feel it. But guess what? I know you're sitting there proud. You navigated this and you helped us, and guess what? The reality, it was beautifully done. Thank you so much, our chairman. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And guess what? All of us, the rest of us, QEC 11, every principal, all the colleagues, teachers, everybody, we're the hosts. So I'm not thanking you at all. Just to big up and say, we did it. Give yourselves a round of applause. And for the students, you were carefully selected. You sat there 3 hours and you behaved yourselves well. Thank you so much. And walk and be proud because you are in the very best quality education circle that could ever be. We want you to do well. We are going to ensure that you continue to do well and you behaved well this morning. God bless you all. Go and have lunch now. We're hungry.
Thank you very much, Principal Grant, for that vote of thanks. And of course, I want to thank the ladies from the Danny Williams School for the Deaf. And I believe, Listamere, there was some partnership and collaboration going on to ensure that our deaf community was not left out. Put your hands together for the ladies. They did an awesome, awesome, awesome job. And I want to also thank the team from Virtual Edge Jamaica for ensuring that this wonderful town hall meeting was not in the confines of Jamaica College Auditorium, but of course it is on YouTube and we can always go back and persons have the opportunity to watch us live and direct. Let us all stand for the playing of Jamaica's national anthem. has certainly been my pleasure to keep you entertained today. Remember, the whole focus of this is to collaborate, get somebody's number, network, partner with each other, and let us go around to the booths and see what is happening in the different schools in the QEC. We have some refreshments for you all. Thank you very much. All principals, we need a photo with you. Principals of QEC 11, please come to where Chairman Hepburn is as we meet together for a photo opportunity.
When I look at where I'm coming from, I know I'm blessed, and I close my eyes and smile. Sometimes I feel like the richest man in Babylon, and I've done my best, so everything's alright inside. Every morning, I rise, I stare at the sun. I know it is a blessing, so when the evening comes, I lift up my eyes to this, I'm blessed, oh man. With my two hands in the air, as far as I can. Oh, every morning I rise, I stare at the sun. I know it is a blessing. Yeah. Lift up my eyes to this, I'm blessed, oh man. Sometimes I'm lost and far from home, but I'll find my way. I follow my heart, I know I'll be found someday. While I'm lost, I learn and live. What do you say? Let's have a good time until that day. Oh, every morning, I rise, I stare at the sun. I know it is a blessing, so when the evening comes, I lift up my eyes to this, I'm blessed, oh man.
Do you have an event and need a live streamer? Well, Virtual Edge is the right choice for you. We do live stream for funerals, weddings, graduation, church services, conference, meeting, video productions, music videos, and more. Call us at 876-352-6374 or visit us on Facebook at Virtual Edge JA or on Instagram at virtual_edge.ja or check out our YouTube channel at Virtual Edge JA or email us at vedge48@gmail.com. Virtual Edge, we are here to keep you virtually close.